Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I want you to listen very closely, because what I'm about to tell you might shake you a little. Have you ever asked a woman a simple, harmless question, and the way she answered made you feel like you just uncovered something deeper than she ever intended to reveal? Those moments aren't coincidences. They're psychological windows, tiny cracks in her emotional armor, and today I'm going to show you how innocent questions can expose her completely without you ever raising your voice, breaking boundaries, or crossing any lines. But before we begin, make sure you subscribe and like this video, because what I'm sharing today is the kind of insight most men never get access to. Now breathe for a second and ask yourself this: why do some women open up effortlessly to the right man, while others become defensive, distant, or overly complicated when confronted with even the simplest question? The truth is, every question you ask interacts with the emotional blueprint she's been carrying for years. Her fears, her defenses, her desires, and the stories she tells herself about men, relationships, and trust. And if you know what to listen for, even the most innocent question will reveal far more than the words she speaks. Most men never realize this. They think women hide everything on purpose. But as a psychologist, I can tell you this: women don't hide because they want to deceive you. They hide because they want to protect themselves. And ironically, it's the questions that seem the softest, the safest, the most harmless, that make her reveal the truth she was trying hardest not to embody in front of you. Maybe you've been in a situation where you were trying to understand her intentions, but everything felt unclear and confusing. Maybe you sensed something was off, but you didn't know how to approach it without sounding accusatory. Or maybe you're tired of guessing what she feels, what she wants, or where she stands. If that's you, you're in the right place, because you're about to understand how a few simple, gentle questions can tell you more about a woman's emotional world than hours of deep conversation. This isn't manipulation. It's awareness. It's clarity. It's the ability to see beyond the surface so you can finally stop wasting time, stop misreading signals, and stop getting blindsided by the truth you didn't know how to uncover. She won't tell you everything directly, but she will always reveal herself when you ask a question that touches the part of her she can't hide. And the second you understand this, you stop feeling confused by mixed signals and start seeing the emotional truth beneath every answer she gives you. The first question that exposes her completely is deceptively simple. What do you look for in a man? Most men think this is just small talk, but it's actually an X-ray of her emotional expectations. Watch how she answers. If she jumps into a long, polished list, she's rehearsed this before, often to justify her own patterns. If she laughs it off or says she doesn't know, she's unsure of her standards or afraid of revealing what she truly wants. And if she turns the question back on you too quickly, she might be more focused on managing your impression of her than being authentic. Another question that reveals her is, what makes you feel safe around someone? Women who value emotional security answer this with clarity and warmth. Women who have walls up will struggle, hesitate, or give generic lines. Safety is not about danger, it's about vulnerability. Her answer tells you how close she is to opening up and how comfortable she is trusting someone emotionally. And it tells you whether she's projecting past pain into the present, even when she doesn't realize it. Then there's the subtle question: who do you talk to when you're stressed? Her answer shows you her emotional anchor. If she says no one, she's carrying heavy emotional independence. If she instantly names a male friend, you learn about her attachment habits. If she names a female friend or family member, she values emotional intimacy. This question exposes how she deals with pressure, connection, and emotional support. It tells you whether she's capable of healthy partnership or still caught in cycles she hasn't healed from. These innocent questions aren't tests, they're mirrors. They reflect back the truth she tries to hide behind charm, humor, or confidence. And when you approach with calm curiosity instead of pressure, she unconsciously reveals more of who she really is. Because women feel safest opening up when a man listens without rushing, judging, or trying to solve everything. Every question you ask becomes a clue, a reflection, a window into the emotional world she rarely lets anyone see. Clarity. There's another innocent question that reveals far more than most men ever realize. What kind of relationships did you see growing up? She won't expect this question because it's gentle, non-threatening, and sounds like simple curiosity. But her answer exposes the blueprint she unconsciously follows in her adult relationships. If she describes constant fighting, silent treatment, or emotional distance, she may normalize dysfunction without even noticing it. If she talks about calm communication, teamwork, and warmth, she's more likely to value stability. And if she hesitates, softens her voice, or tries to gloss over the details, she's protecting a story she hasn't fully processed. You learn more from her tone than the content itself. Then there's the question that cuts straight through the surface. What's something small that instantly turns you off? Most men treat this like a fun conversation, but it's actually a psychological reveal. Women answer this quickly because they don't feel threatened by it, but the speed and honesty expose her deepest boundaries. If she brings up integrity or consistency, she values character. If she mentions confidence or effort, she wants leadership. If she talks about clinginess or neediness, she may fear emotional responsibility. And if her answer feels unusually harsh, it may come from past experiences she hasn't healed from. Behind every small turn-off is a core wound she's protecting. One of the most revealing innocent questions is this: what do you wish people understood about you? In that moment, she shifts from presenting herself to revealing herself. This question opens a space she rarely gets to enter because it bypasses the social persona and touches the vulnerable identity beneath it. Some women express strength they feel no one sees. Others reveal insecurities they hide behind confidence. And some expose their longing to be understood, appreciated, or seen differently than the world expects. The beauty of this question is that it shows you her emotional hunger, what she wishes she could receive but never asks for directly. And then comes the question that feels simple but exposes everything. What do you value most in someone's character? Her answer reveals her emotional compass. Responsibility shows maturity, kindness shows empathy, ambition shows drive, patience shows emotional intelligence. Whatever she says first is usually what she feels she lacks most from others. Whatever she emphasizes twice is what she desperately wants to feel safe with. These questions don't corner her, they free her. They allow her to reveal who she truly is, without pressure, without games, without masks. And when a woman feels that kind of emotional space, she exposes her truth effortlessly. There's a question so gentle, so ordinary, that most men overlook its power completely. What does a peaceful day look like for you? She thinks she's describing her routine, but she's actually describing her emotional reality. A woman who craves quiet, solitude, or slow mornings is often recovering from a life of stress or emotional overwhelm. A woman who fills her peaceful day with movement, stimulation, or constant activity might be escaping thoughts she doesn't want to sit with. And a woman who can't answer at all is usually living in a state of emotional survival where peace is a concept she hasn't experienced in a long time. This one question reveals whether she's centered, restless, fulfilled, or quietly battling internal storms. Another innocent question that exposes everything is, what's one thing you're trying to get better at? She won't feel judged, so she'll answer honestly, and that honesty is gold. If she's improving communication, she's aware of her patterns. If she focuses on self-care, she's been neglecting herself. If she says patience, she struggles with control. If she laughs the question off or says she's fine the way she is, she may resist growth or accountability. Women reveal more through their self-improvement goals than through any deep emotional conversation, because this question exposes both her wounds and her willingness to evolve. Then there's the soft question that reveals her emotional maturity without her ever noticing. When you're upset, what helps you calm down? Her answer shows you her emotional operating system. If she needs space, she values autonomy. If she needs reassurance, she craves emotional security. If she doesn't know, she hasn't developed emotional awareness. And if she needs distractions, she may avoid confronting difficult feelings. This question uncovers how she handles conflict, stress, and connection, all without asking anything confrontational. One of the most powerful innocent questions is, what do you admire most in other women? Listen closely. Women project their aspirations and insecurities into the qualities they admire. If she praises confidence, she wants to feel stronger. If she praises softness, she longs for safety. If she praises independence, she values resilience. And if she struggles to admire other women at all, it often hints at jealousy, comparison, or unhealed emotional wounds she hasn't faced. Every one of these questions is a doorway, not into her mind, but into her emotional truth. You're not forcing her to reveal anything. You're simply giving her the space to show you who she really is, without pressure, without judgment, and without pretending. There's a question most men underestimate because it sounds almost too soft, too harmless to matter. What kind of people make you feel drained? She won't realize it, but this question exposes her entire emotional history. A woman who instantly mentions controlling people has been silenced before. A woman who talks about unreliable people has been disappointed too many times. A woman who brings up dramatic or chaotic personalities has lived in emotional turbulence for far longer than she admits. And if she says she doesn't get drained by anyone, she may be hiding exhaustion so deep she's numb to it. This question doesn't reveal her social preferences. It reveals her emotional boundaries, her trauma patterns, and the kind of relationships she unconsciously repeats. Another innocent question that exposes her completely is, what's something you appreciate but rarely say out loud? She'll pause because this question touches the area she keeps hidden, even from herself. Some women reveal gratitude for stability because they grew up without it. Some reveal appreciation for kindness because they've been treated coldly. Some reveal admiration for effort because they've carried too much on their own. And some reveal longing for affection, support, or understanding, exposing emotional needs they've been ignoring. She thinks she's answering a sweet question, but she's actually revealing the emotional fuel her heart runs on. Then there's the simple but powerful, what helps you feel connected to someone? Her answer uncovers her attachment style without you having to analyze anything. If she values deep conversation, she seeks emotional intimacy. If she values shared experiences, she bonds through action. If she values humor, she uses playfulness to feel safe. And if she says she doesn't know, she may never have experienced healthy connection at all. This question reveals how she forms bonds, how she maintains them, and what she needs to feel truly close. But perhaps the most disarming question is, what's something you used to believe about love that you don't believe anymore? This is where her voice shifts. This is where the truth spills out. Not because she wants to impress you, but because the question invites reflection, not performance. Some women reveal heartbreak that changed their perspective. Some reveal growth that reshaped their expectations. Some reveal disappointments that hardened their standards, and some reveal how they once romanticized love until reality taught them otherwise. This one question exposes her entire emotional evolution, past wounds, past hopes, and the version of love she now believes is possible. Innocent questions don't corner a woman. They free her from the masks she thinks she has to wear. And when you ask them with calm curiosity, she shows you her truth without ever feeling unsafe. Finally, there's the question that can quietly expose her intentions without her even realizing it. What excites you about the future? It sounds light, harmless, even casual, but listen closely to her answer. Does she speak about personal growth, career, travel, or self-discovery? That shows ambition, independence, and a forward-looking mindset. Does she speak about relationships, validation, or external approval? That shows where her emotional focus lies and what she prioritizes unconsciously. And if she struggles to answer, hesitates, or deflects, it's a subtle signal that she may not be in touch with her own desires or fears revealing them. This question doesn't just expose her dreams, it exposes the lens through which she experiences life. Another powerful question is, what's one thing that makes you feel truly understood? Most men underestimate this because they assume they already know the answer, or that it's obvious. But women rarely get asked this in a way that invites honesty. Her answer uncovers how she feels seen, how she feels valued, and where her emotional gaps lie. Some women will describe simple gestures, small attentions, or quiet presence. Others will describe deep conversations or shared vulnerability. Listen not only to the words, but also to the emotion behind them. That emotion tells you whether she's truly open or still guarded behind protective layers. Then there's the subtle, revealing question. When you think about someone you trust completely, what qualities do they have? Her response exposes the traits she subconsciously seeks in others and in herself. Reliability, kindness, and empathy are common, but the nuances in her answer reveal her emotional history and what she's craving in a partner. A quick, offhand answer reveals comfort. A hesitant, careful answer reveals caution. And these small differences are what allow you to see her heart without confrontation. Finally, I want you to understand this. The true power of these questions isn't about control, manipulation, or tests. It's about awareness. It's about clarity. When you ask with genuine curiosity, respect, and patience, you gain insight into her values, her needs, her boundaries, and her vulnerabilities. These questions give you the chance to understand her fully without the confusion, the misreading, or the heartbreak that comes from guessing. And the most important truth is this: when you understand her emotional blueprint, you no longer chase illusions. You recognize authenticity and you see who is capable of real connection and who is not. Use these questions wisely. Listen more than you speak. Observe more than you react. And remember, women reveal everything in the right context, with the right listener. When you create that space, the truth unfolds effortlessly and it changes everything.